All right, good morning, guys. All right, so we got a pretty nice quick flight. Today I am trying some new gear, so I just got the Logitech flight yoke system with no pedals. So that's going to be interesting to see how the rudder is going to work on takeoff. But for the most part, we are going to try it out, see how it is. It does, the feel of it feels a little bit flimsy. You know, it doesn't feel as sturdy or as great quality. But again, these things are, this was literally the last one over at Micro Center when I went there. So I'll give it a shot. And then they have tons of pedals. So if anything, I can go get pedals and we can do it. We can do it that way. So we'll see. We'll use the keyboard for pedals today, and I've done that before, and that is not easy. So all right, let's get set up, guys. Let's get our battery started. So let's right in here. Oops, here we go. There it is. All right, so our two batteries are on, and then we're gonna connect the jetway and let our passengers in. We'll start our flight using KLAX, which is very nice. Really liking that there as well. So let's get our ground service to connect the jetway.
Ground Pacific Airways 6688, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Pacific Airways 6688, the jetway is going to be connected.
I am on VATSIM today, so I am online, but it's early, so I don't expect anyone to get any ATC service on the way there, so, or even out of here. All right, let's set up our flight on KLAX, which is very nice. If you don't have this, you should get it. It is a lot of fun. It makes the flight a little more enjoyable. So you should definitely do that. So hit on menu here. We're going to start our flight. And the cool thing about it is, let's see if it does it now. Again, I'm just got this. So we're going to fly with this this one here. Next, it does connect right to your sim brief. So it's pulling this information right from there. I already had my flight plan. It's pulling in the departure, the arrival, the cruise altitude. So everything from that flight plan is being pulled here, which is nice, saves you a lot of time. The passengers that they calculated for this flight is on there. Just always double check this. I am on the A320, but for some reason this is showing A330, and it happened last time as well. So just verify that before you hit next flight. Make sure you have the A320 selected. Passenger's going to change there, but I'm just going to go verify what SimBrief has for the A320 on my flight plan. So if I look at my details here, A320-200, number of passengers. I'm going to scroll down here. Let's get that information. I wonder if they had a different number, and or is KLAX calculating that on their own? Just out of curiosity. Let's see here. I can't find the number of passengers. All right, either way, this is a quick flight, and I gotta get going quick, because later on we'll do the big flight from Los Angeles over to Honolulu, so that'll be fun. We'll do that live. I have a schedule for 12, but I might have to push that back a little bit. Either way, we'll go with 91. That's cool. I'll check that later. Next, we are all set up here, and yeah, we'll give this guy Wi-Fi, of course. A short flight, then probably not gonna take much advantage of it, but it is what it is, and we'll get going. All right, so as passengers load up, we will get our flight ready here. Departure in 30 minutes. I hopefully could get out of here before that. All right, we'll bring this down. Let's get back into our cockpit. Let's follow. I have my checklist here for the A320neo. This is a great checklist that was put together. At the bottom, I want to give them credit because I took it off their forum. This is from Tom Maverick, and also he's shouting out somebody else. Credit goes to Mutt Spike forum. So I'll post that on the link, guys, if you want this checklist. If you're not familiar with the aircraft like I am, it's a very detailed checklist, definitely worth having if you want to get into this aircraft. So let's start with our thing here, battery. Let's connect our external power. Here we go. External power is available. We'll get that on. Parking brakes are on. confirm on. Yes, right in here. All right, so parking, let me bring that down a little bit. I know that's loud. All right, so parking brakes are on. That's all set to go. Next, we have our navigation logos. Let's get those up and running. So we have our navigation and logo. Next, we have our APU master. Let's turn that bad boy on. Also, this is not on the checklist, which is to align the adhere. So you want to do that. First, you start with the left. Get that one going first. Then you do the one all the way at the right. And then you do the one at in the middle, and that's gonna get your navigation going properly. So all this stuff here, it takes a little bit, so you want to do that as soon as possible because it does take some time at times. So all right, so our APU master is on. APU start, we'll wait for that to kick in here. What else can we do in the meantime? Flight plan, let's get our flight plan going. So see, starting to warm up here and get going. Let's get our flight plan together. Let's set that up. Very short flight plan today. We're not going far, going to Los Angeles, and their flight plan is pretty short. Let me see here. What do we have? I gotta turn something off here for a second because this thing is going to create problems for us. Right over here, I'm gonna turn this. Where's the pen? Epic pen. Yeah, let's turn that off.
Cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
All right. Flight plan. We have the Batch 8 departure. So we're going to go here. Cruise altitude today is actually. Oh, actually, let's get the cockpit right here. All right, we're departing Las Vegas, heading to Los Angeles, KLAX. So right on there. Alternative airports, Ontario. Very nice small airport. Been there a couple of times.
If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you
let's
can
get
use
this GPS out of the way. There we go. Alright, there we go. Our cost index for today is going to be, looking at flight sim, just 5. Oh, nice, 5. Alright, not allowed. It should be allowed. There we go. Flight level, I believe, was 280. We're not climbing much today. Just want to double check that on my flight plan here. Yeah, flight level 280. So flight level 280. We'll throw this on here. Calculate that. All right, let's go in here. This is lining up. This is again in reference to also the adheres at the top as well. So you want to make sure that's turned on. So we're aligned on reference. It's good. Confirm alignment. There we go. That's all set. Now let's go over to data. Everything looks good here. The checklist tells you to check this here. You can tell by the date. I don't think this is actually active, but you can check it, you know, if you like. Let's head over to our flight plan now. So we are departing Vegas via the. Once you go in here, you can go next, and you can get your SIDs, right? Your standard departures here.
When you are.
That was fast loading. So batch 8, and then our intersection is going to be Ricky. That is what we have on our flight plan. So let's get that in there. Let's go back. Hold on. We need our runway. Did it put our runway in for us? Let's scroll up. Departure runway 1. Let's check the weather. I'm not sure if that's correct. We did not pick that. All right, weather out of Vegas today is going to be, oh, winds calm. So let's what's the closest runway that we have? It's gotta be, is it 1? It's that one over there. It could be 1 actually. So you know, we'll take that. No, actually those are 26, right? Yeah, it's 26. 26R seems to be the one. All right, we'll switch that. 26R, we'll take the closest runway. Make this flight nice and easy. So let's go back to departure. We have our departure SID here. Now we're going to pick runway 26R. I always hit down for it to go down, but down actually moves it up, right? So it's quite the opposite. If you hit here, it's going to just scroll it up. So just keep that in mind. A little bit confusing at first, so it'll take a little bit of getting used to. 26R, we're set. Let's insert that in. That is our departure runway. Let's start putting in some waypoints in here. From there, after Ricky, we're going straight, very short plan, which is nice. So let's just scroll down. We have our departure here. I'm just gonna click in there. Next waypoint is going to be SHT NR. So that'll be our waypoint there. Throw that in there. Insert. The next one is going to be actually the arrival. So right into the arrival. So I click on Los Angeles, click the arrival. Our approach is going to be, what do we have here for approach? It's pretty nice. Angelo 4. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably butchering that, but it's all right. So we'll do the 4. Our waypoint for that is going to be based on our flight plan. Is it SHTR? Is it that small of a flight plan? I don't see. I'm looking at the chart right now for the arrival. I'm looking at the waypoints that we have here. Yeah, actually it is. It is HT8. The SHNTR is the arrival one, so that's good. All right, so very short. We're flying out right into their arrival right away. So where do we see that here? Here it is. It's just, oh, it might duplicate it. We could just get rid of it. I'll leave the runway empty for now. We'll check the winds when we're up in the air. We can always change that. So just want to make sure that didn't get duplicated. We'll check that in the plans as well. So all right, looking good. Let's get back out of here now, and let's continue our checklist to get this bad boy started. Cruise ready to go. All right, so APU start, let's set that up. Here we go. Next we have APU bleed on, turn that on, and we're gonna head on down. We did our flight plan, we skipped on to that already, so we'll scroll right to our engine startup. Let's do that. So here we have beacon lights will be on. Next we have our flight director. I want to turn the flight director on. Let's get that going. We do need to get our, what is the altimeter today? We have 3044. So let's get that in there. 3044. Again, we're on VATSIM. I don't expect any type of ATC today, but if they hop on, we'll be ready for them. So 3044 is our altimeter. We'll put that in there, right in there. That's good. All right, things are starting to come alive here. Nice. Got to make sure, this gave me a hard time because this was not on the checklist. Got to make sure you do this again. Start with the left, right, and then the center one, and you're good to go. All right, so that's set up. Next, we have our navigation. Set that to nav, set that to 10. That is good. Our initial climb here on this departure, let's double check. And the batch 8 departure, looking at the chart now, looks like if we're taking off runway 26 right, 26 right, what do we have here? 26 right, our heading is going to be 194. 194, no, excuse me, 259. So 259 on the heading. Initial climb, we're looking at between 48 to 7,000 is where we want to be. So we'll go for 7. We don't want to be, looks like we don't want to be above that. So 7,000 on that. So we'll put 7, our initial climb. All right, let's get right in here, 7,000. Runway heading, it's set up here for 259, so we'll throw that in there now, have that ready to go. 259. There it is. All right, 259, all set. Heading back to our checklist. All right, altitude set. That is good to go. Let's start our engines. Beacon lights already on. We're going to disconnect our GPU unit, which we didn't connect anyway. External power is off. External powers are off. All fuel pumps come on now. So all fuel pumps, let's turn those on. All right, so that is on. Next we have our engine start. So let's head down here, get our engines in start, and we'll do engine number 2 first. Some people do them both together, some people just do one. I guess it all depends on what you want to do there. Let's go over to Unicom for VATSIM, so that'll be 122.8. Let's throw that on here. Let's zoom in a little more. Okay, we go. Come on. There it is. Let me not move my mouse at all. 122.8. Let's come down slowly so this thing doesn't get screwy on us. Here it is. 122.8. Flip that over.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and
We're
welcome
set
aboard
there.
Flight 7207 with service to Los Angeles. Our
All
flight
right.
time will be roughly 38 minutes.
While that gets started, we'll be ready to push back. So let's get our pushback going.
And your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
All right, let's get our pushback started here. There's ground services.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of
Now
the
we want to
strap.
push back towards the left. Towards the left, we're going
In the
26.
event that the seatbelt light is not on,
Right.
we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected
See how our
turbulence.
engine is doing
There are
here.
several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some
Okay,
cases,
so that's
your
good.
nearest
Let's start the
exit may be
second
behind you. If we need
engine.
to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To
And we'll
the
start
flow of
getting
oxygen,
ready for
pull the mask
taxi
towards you.
in the
Place
meantime
it
as
firmly
well.
over
Set
your
our
nose and mouth.
transponder.
Secure the elastic band behind your
IFR.
head. Tighten the
We'll
strap
set
if
that to
necessary
on.
and breathe normally. Although the
Is
badge
this
is
on
not
already?
displayed,
Oop,
oxygen
one more
is
zero.
flowing to
There
the
we go.
mask. If you're traveling
We
with a
are
child or
turning
someone who
on
requires assistance, secure your mask on
our
first
lights.
and
Let's
then
get
assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is
there's
safe
that
to
sound you're going to get.
In the unlikely event of a water landing, a
What
life
do we
vest
have
is
here?
located in a pouch under your seat or between the
Heat's
armrests.
pilot heat
When
is on.
instructed
Let's
to
turn
do
that
so,
on right
open the
there.
plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head.
Alright.
Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten.
Oh,
To
forgot to take the
vest,
parking
pull
off.
firmly on the red cord
Will
only
not be able
when
to move
exiting
with
the
that
aircraft.
parking brake there.
If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouth.
Alright, we're gonna
for
start
visual
moving
inflation.
a little bit more.
The vest is equipped
Clear this
with a
truck out of the
whistle
way
and
and we'll
light.
start moving
If
towards
necessary, your seat
steer the
cushion
aircraft towards
is
the
a
left
secondary
there.
flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, put your arms into the strap, and hug the cushion.
Alright, we have our
Once again, all devices
charge
must be in
for
airplane mode, and your larger devices must
the
be turned
airport,
off
and we
stowed at
are
this time.
traveling on
Please securely stow your personal
Bravo.
items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened in seat backs and tray
Bravo
tables
all
are
the
in
way
their full
down to
upright
A2
position.
Alpha
We
2,
remind
so
you
we
that
don't
this is
need
a
the full length for
non-smoking
this.
flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information
at these
and more
vehicles.
can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of
This
you.
guy's gonna
We
get in our
suggest
way.
doing
Let's
this
steer
and
left
letting your
now. I mean
cabin
right
member
now,
know if you
so
have any questions.
excuse me,
Thank you
left.
for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
So we block him off.
Ground Pacific Airways 6688 requesting
He's going
pushback
straight,
to
okay.
steer the
Alright.
aircraft to the left.
So that is setting up. We are looking good. Both engines are up and running. Looking nice. Let's finish our checklist here. So we are turning this to normal. Let's get ready to taxi. A little more and we should be good to go. This should be good right
Ground
here.
Pacific Airways 6688 requesting the end of pushback.
Pacific Airways 6688.
Now, we could have gone a little more, but that's alright. My brakes are not working. That is not good. Alright, let's get in here. So my hotkey for the brakes are not working. I gotta figure out what's going on there. Because we're gonna need that when we are landing. Actually, I know why, because we got the new yoke. So now the brakes should be somewhere on here, which I have to learn how to do it. Alright.
Ready for takeoff.
Let's set up, guys. So here, back to our checklist. APU off, APU bleed off, anti-ice on. There it is. Turn that on. APU master is off. Squawk is already set. We already put that in. Auto brakes are set. Auto transponder is set. That's good. Brakes are armed. Let's arm those brakes here. Here we go. Anti-skid, it's on as well. Flaps, will turn them on as required in a second. And APU, yep, I turned that off already. Okay, good. Taxi lights, let's get them set up. What else we have here? I think we are set to go, guys. Let's start our taxi. We have our nose light on, runway turn off light. Let's turn that on. Just this one down here. We got it, our pushback already, checks brakes, all is tested, and we are ready to start our taxiway. All right, guys, let's get going. Zoom out a little bit more than that. Why is this so zoomed in? Need to back up way more than that. See if we get a nice view here. All right, this is, I don't know why it's so zoomed in, but we'll go with that. All right. Let's get going, take our parking brakes off, and let's rock and roll. We're going via Bravo today, runway 26 right. Nice clear day. Pardon my rudder skills today. I'm doing them on the keyboard. I gotta definitely pick up pedals for this. This is not easy doing it this way. Just try some of these keys over here. All right, brakes are, found the brake button. There we go. Good. All right, everything's looking good, guys. We have our heading 259. Initial climb 7,000. We're gonna turn on the taxiway coming up. I believe should be the next one. This one here, yeah, this looks to be right. For 26 left, just making sure there's nobody on VATSIM. They are off, nobody there, so we are clear to head out of here. 26 right. Alright, stop here for a sec. Let's make sure everything else is good. Put the parking brakes on. Let's take a look at our takeoff stuff. So strobe lights come on. We have our nose lights on already. Brakes are set. Alright, we'll check that as well. Everything is good. We have our heading. We have our initial altitude. Alright, perfect. I think we are set to go. We could turn this on. We'll get our landing lights on. Alright guys, we are ready to take off. Seatbelt signs should have been on. We'll turn that on. And we are good to go. Alright, so zoom out here. That's a better view. Let me save this view. So if you hold Control Alt and a number, I'm going to hold 2. Control Alt and 2. It'll save the view for you. And then let's say if you change views, whatever, and you want to go back to that, you just hit alternative Alt and 2, and it'll bring you back to that view. See? Brings you back to that view that you had. So if you find a good view that you like, you definitely want to do that. It saves you a lot of time and heading. Because it does take some time to get used to the views and controlling the way you're looking at the aircraft. So, alright guys, set to go. Let's get this going. Let's get on the taxiway. I'm sorry, on the runway. Let's head out here for a very nice short flight. Should be about 45 minutes. We are early. Passengers should be happy. Expected departure was 9 minutes ago. Did not take us 30 minutes to get ready, or whatever that time frame was. Look at that view, man. Is that right? I'm getting 80 frames. That can't be right. There's no way. Alright, we are lined up and we are set to go, guys. Flaps. Forgot our flaps. Alright, flaps up 1. Speeds are off. I'm gonna take off now. I didn't get the V1 rotate speeds here, so we're gonna just pull off now.
Pacific Airways 6688, you are not cleared to take off.
Alright, so now we are setting our heading to 59. Our speed is good. Let's turn on our autopilot here. Start our climb. Gotta make sure your autopilot activates. If you look at it here, you can tell it's not activated yet. Right, so just make sure that it activates first before you let go. Alright, there we go. Let's autopilot, that's set right there. Perfect. Alright, heading is good. Everything's looking good right now. Let's zoom out here on our nav. We are heading 259 at the moment, so that's good. Looking at our departure chart, what do we have? So we're heading 259, then 190, 259, 190. We'll climb to 7,000. Let's get that over to 7. Good, 190. Let's continue turning this. Alright, nice, we're set. Okay, so a few things we have to improve on. Definitely gotta get the pedals. Very difficult to maneuver the rudders with just these keyboard here. It's very distracting, so I gotta definitely pick that up. Our speed is good. It's being actively controlled by the computer. The autopilot altitude is set at 7,000, and once we get there, we're going to go directly Ricky here. And definitely that threw us off. That we didn't put our flaps on, and we forgot to take in the gear right away. That's going to help you get some speed going pretty quickly. So, mental notes. All right, we're coming up at 7,000. We can go direct to our location now. So I'm going to turn on our LNAV here, and then we are going to set our climb as 2800, flight level 280. So that is set there. Let's set up our, I'm gonna manually control the vertical speed, because what happens sometimes, this thing likes to climb like at 6,000 feet per minute, which is not realistic. So I'm gonna control that myself here. We'll do 1,400 for now. $1,400. Let's see if this activates. Here we go. $1,400 right here. There's the climb. Alright guys, so we're all set. Gonna take a quick break, gonna get a coffee, and we'll be right back.
Gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
Alright, so we have a nice climb happening here. Where are we now? Almost leveling out at 28. So that's good. Alright, so we are going right into our arrival. And that is Angel, or how do you say this? 4 into Los Angeles. So right now, let's look at our arrival here, see what we have coming in. So we are hitting waypoint SHTNR, and our descent is going to be very fast. So we want to be over at Sally. Sailing. Actually, no.
As this is a shorter flight, we will not be able to offer in-flight service. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, and we will assist you.
VATSIM shows nobody on right now, so we're only getting ATC. That's quiet for the most part. Nice tailwind should help us in our arrival. I'm showing an estimate of 20 minutes. So a little bit earlier for our passengers, that'd be great. Everybody seems happy, 95% satisfied, so we're good with that. That's good. So Glenn's waypoint. Let's zoom out here. We'll see what that's at coming up. A couple of miles. Maybe we'll start our descent. You know, I'm not seeing. What are we heading to now? Direct? No, so that's not right. Let's check this here. Our departure should have been activated here. Enter descent data. No. Take this out the way. So let's check our descent information. Our arrival should be listed here. Okay, perfect transition. We just passed it. So that is it there. Why is it not activating? Alright, there we go. Now we got it. So we're going straight to Smash now. Smash is going to be our next waypoint here. It's weird because we did select that. If you guys remember when we did our flight plan check-in, that was selected. So I'm not sure why that gave us a little bit of a weird time there. Either way, let's go and enjoy this scenery we have. Never gets old coming down here, guys. Never gets old. I remember flying in Flight Simulator 98, and coming to California was always fun. Or anywhere in the West Coast, but mainly California. Just gonna view up these mountains. Just incredible. Haven't flown in so long, it's good to be back. I mean, it's been, I want to say 15 years. 15 years since last time I done flight simulation, and it's great to see this game come back. And I tried to do it, I think it was last year, I tried to actually install, I still have a copy of Flight Sim 10, Flight Sim X, and I tried to install a copy on this window, and it just wouldn't allow me. I got so many errors, and it was, at that time, it was last year, yeah, I think it was last year, early last year, there was no sign, or at least I wasn't aware that Flight Sim was working on this year. So I thought my flight simming days were kind of over unless I got a new computer with an older operating system, and I was not going to go through all of that. So this is a nice year for this one. A lot of issues, as we know. There's a lot of stuff that has not gone well. Still some more fixes they need to do. But Microsoft and Osobo, they're committed. They're committed to making this work. Alright, let's check out our passengers, see what's going on. Over here, PAX X. Again, if you don't have this, you should get it. It's a lot of fun. Makes the flight a little more enjoyable, especially for slightly longer trips. You know, if you want to just kind of interact. And also the tracking is nice, especially if you are flying for an airline, a virtual airline. You know, it tracks your time and all of that, so you don't have to worry about writing everything down like I was in the past. You could just have it on there. Pretty empty plane, a lot of empty seats today. Alright, let's do some announcements. Come in here, interactions. Are we ahead of schedule? Yes, by almost 10 minutes. So ahead of schedule, slightly, 10 minutes. Last time I did that, it was actually coming into Vegas. It was coming into Vegas, and we were slightly behind schedule. So you know, I did announce that, but man, I don't know what happened. ATC took us around on a very long approach, and they apologized. I guess there was another aircraft that wasn't listening, or took a wrong turn, or didn't expedite. I don't recall exactly what it was, but man, we had a very long approach. It was crazy how the approach was. So all right, let's see what else we can do here. They won't be giving food on this flight, I don't believe, but let's maybe some snacks and some drinks.
Not a problem.
And then we'll do some drinks as well.
You got it.
Alright, cool. What else we got here? View records. Alright, so far recorded here, 2 flights, 5 hours and 12 minutes so far. It tells you what the flights are. These are the flight numbers from Pacific Airways, the airline I am with. So yeah, pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff. You can view your stuff as well if you click on here. Yeah, you can kind of see the view, what your landing was, unexpected, arrival, delayed. This is stuff I'm talking about. We had a soft landing for that 3-hour block time, 3 hours and 45. That was from Chicago. And then here, that's the wrong aircraft. You got to check the aircraft. Sometimes it doesn't catch it when it's linked up to SimBrief. So all this information is coming down from SimBrief. You can link it up. In the menu, it'll ask you what your ID is. You put your ID in there, so everything you do in SimBrief just automatically plugs in here, which is real nice. So it's easy to manage. Doesn't take a lot of work. Definitely worth $30, whatever it was. Not bad. Putting a lot of detail too. Put the names, made up people's names here. Yeah, it took a lot to do that, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Things are looking good. I got an update today. I don't know if everybody else did, but I got an update today, and coming in, I didn't read everything. I just clicked the end, just let it go. Usually I read what changes they made, but I hope they made the change where this thing used to be dancing all over the place with the weather. I'm not sure if I'm sure you guys are getting that too. This thing was just bobbing left and right. And also with the weather changes are so aggressive, they got to do something about the way that the weather updates. It's just wild sometimes. The aircraft would speed up or slow down. It's just insane. A few times I even hit overspeed on it with weather change. So, all right, pretty nice scenery here. Was it last year? Early last year before. Yeah, it was last year early actually. I went to California with my wife. That was fun. Had a really good time. And the views coming in are always incredible. I have not been to Seattle. That's where I want to go because I hear it's beautiful there. Besides all the rain and the haze, but I heard it's real nice. All right, let's get in the cockpit. Let's see what we got going on, or the flight deck. Better be said. All right, what do we have here? So our arrival, we are heading down to Sally. So at Glenn's, we were supposed to be at 28. If we were flying higher, would have had descended now to 28. We can actually start our descent down to 24. So let's do that. Let's head down to 24. That is between this waypoint, you have to be between the 30 and 24. The next one between 24 and 19. The next one above 17 and 1,000. So let's just head down to 24. Get closer to these mountains. There we go. Here it is. Descent operation activated. I just put in a new CPU on this, so hopefully that should be helping. Went from 4 cores to 8, and I think just like the way it is reacting, I definitely see the difference in performance for sure. So Intel i9 is what I got. The fan crapped out, so I had to get a new fan. Taking it off, it screwed up. And there are no graphics cards anywhere to be found. I asked the guy there what graphics card he had in stock, and I can't remember what he said. It was something so like, he looked at me like, dude, don't even ask me. That was the look at his face, don't even ask me what I have. Definitely not worth it. I wouldn't put that on my daughter's computer to watch YouTube Kids, so I don't want to have that. So we're down to 24,000. Next, what do we have coming up? Let's zoom in. Zoom in. So can at 17,000. So we can continue our descent right to 17. We're leveling at 24. But here we could be between 24 and 19,000. So let's go down. Just continue the descent. Down to 17. Continue the descent there. It's activated. You can see here. Down to 17. This aircraft has become a lot more stable now. It's amazing. Then from here we'll set up. Later on today I am heading over to Honolulu. So we'll take off from here over to Hawaii. It should be a very nice long flight. I'll do it live as well, so I'll post it. I'll schedule it here. I have it for 12 today, but that won't happen. We'll do it a little bit later. Look at the mountain details. I mean, just never gets old. Alright, we are going down to 17. Next down to 14. And then we'll be next way from CR CUS will be hitting that around 12 at 270 knots. Yeah, this one right here we should be hitting that around 12. So I'm gonna start continuing our descent to 12. then we'll slow down once we get a little closer there. Alright, let's see what's the weather over in Los Angeles. What are we landing here? So let's check that. Alright. What runways are we getting here? Calm. Alright, so nice and calm. No direction, no wind. So we know it. Let's go straight in. Let's head straight in. Let's get our departure. Sorry, arrival in here after our last waypoint, which is coming up CRCUS, and we're going to slow down here. Start to slow down to 270 is what they need us at. So make sure we hit that there. And then for our departures, oh, we're coming a little high. Slow down. Coming a little high and fast on this one. So let's slow it down a bit. And let's look at our arrival here for Los Angeles. So what are we going to take? So runway's calm. We're going to try to go straight in on the 2s. Approach. We have 25 right. Yeah, 25 right looks good, guys. Straight in. Alright, let's go in here. Our departure flight plan. Arrival is set. 25 right. ILS. I'll take the right one. 24 right. No, we don't want that. Let's go back and change that. Arrival 25 right. Which one we want? There we go. 25 right. That's the right one. Alright, so that is in. We're leveling out at 12 here. No. Don't turn here. Go back. Select our heading. We don't want to go that way. We're doing that. Just trying to go back to this waypoint here. We don't need that. So go straight to this one there. I know why. We didn't have it set before. So it's trying to go here to then do the rest. So let's change that. Let's go direct. We want to go direct here. What do we have? CLPUR. So click here, direct. Let's look for CLPUR. Here. I want to go direct this one. Alright. That should take into effect there. Now we can turn our navigation back on. Nice. Wish they would do something so simple like that for the 747, but that's not the case. What it does is it's weird. It will try to fly from here to here first and then align itself with the next waypoint. This one is actually going to draw the line right from here, which is the way it should be, directly to that. So it is a pain when you have to when you get direct to from ATC. Again, I haven't flown the 747 in a couple of days, so I'm not sure if that's changed. But I will try that later today. Alright, so we're all set. Arrival. Let's look at our ILS arrival for this. Runway 25 right. And I'm going to check what our altitude requirements are going to be. We should be in the ground really fast. Alright, so here, what do we have? Oh, very congested chart for 25 right. So we are clear. Next waypoint we have CLUPR. What's that on this? Alright, so at 12. So we got a 12 to 70 for that one. So we can't descend more than this right now. But we can increase our speed. 270 on this, which actually we're somewhat already there, 270. Alright, and then after that we are going to head, after we cross CRCUS. We are heading down to next waypoint. Here's 9,000. Yeah, look at this chart. It's so suggestive. So yeah, head to 9,000. After that, 8,753, and then by then we should be hitting the ILS. It's a big turn here since we're coming in pretty aggressive there. So we're going cancel. Actually, cancel. We could be. Yeah, we can get down to 8 now. So we can now start heading down to 8,000. Control the speed on this one. I don't want to. We don't need to rush there. We can take our time. $8,000. Come on. This over here. The altitude is going down, but now I want to activate the virtual speed. Alright, so there's activated, and now okay. A little tricky there. We got to figure that out. We got to figure out what the right steps are. So we put the altitude in, and we click here to activate it, and then you move down the vertical speed. Down to 8,000. What's the speed here? We do not have any, so we're going to start slowing down under 250 here. Taking some very wide turns. I don't know why that is. ILS is coming alive. That's not the runway we want, though. Make sure everything is in order here. ILS 25. Okay, so that'll come up after. Actually, no, that is still. I know that is the one we want. Actually. No. Excuse me, it's not the one we want. No. I missed it. So we are down there.
We have begun our final descent into Los Angeles.
The right frequency just didn't have the right
select any track one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright, Shank, we are clear to 5,000. Let's continue our descent. Head down to 5. Alright, so change the altitude, right? Now we're going to activate this. There it is. Okay. Nice. Alright. Expected arrival. We're pretty late. I thought we were going to be early. I would have never told them. Told them we're arriving early. All right, it is what it is. Just incredible views here. Alright, we see the airport there. ILS is alive. I think we're coming in a little high, right? Let's increase this descent. Decrease our speed. Get the localizer set. Get some flaps in here to help us slow down a little bit. Yeah, listen like that. Let's slow down a little bit more first. Coming pretty high. We'll bring our speed down to 180. I really want to get in here if we can. If not, we'll go around, but put some air brakes here, kind of slow things down a little bit. See if we can lose a couple of we gained some nice lag here. 190. Way too high. Wow, what's up with the lag? Way too slow. Not slowing down as much as I would have thought. Let's get some flaps in here. Get some air brakes going. Be a rough one, guys. Why is the engine not cutting off? Turn this off. Not slowing down at all. That's weird. Yeah, we have to go around. I'm not sure why we're not slowing down. This bad boy's got some speed on it. We're gonna have to go around. Did not want to do that, but I would have been too aggressive of a landing. I was too focused on the views. I forgot to get this plane down. Alright, retrack our brakes there. Not sure what's up with that lag too. You guys saw that? That was not normal. Alright, we're going to increase our speed here. We're going to come around. Join the ILS again. get up to about 2,500 if we can. All right, 2,500, gonna level out here. That lag was pretty bad earlier. See, I'm not getting it now. I don't know why I got it coming in here. Maybe loading or something. It was insane. Got a little bit there with the weather change. Alright, passengers are not happy, that's okay. Let's get a little humor. Yeah, why not? Ah, they like that. There we go. Up to 86%. We'll take it. Alright, how are we with, let's take a look back here. How are we doing with the localizer? Oh, did not let that zoom in there. It's a lot to process. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go. Alright, glide slope is coming alive here. Let's start turning over. Back down to back down to 35. Since we coming up on the ILS. It's a little nicer there. almost dark. I'm struggling to see that. Okay, glide slope is under us, above us, so we're right on us. We're going to pull up a little bit here. Give it a little bit more juice. Where do we have our flaps? Flaps, good. Okay. Let's get down a little bit here. Oh, come back to me. Something about this view here messed us up last time too. Cannot wait to get our some kind of graphics card, but there's nothing out there. There are literally people making a line the day before at Micro Center to get their hands on these things. So. That's a nicer view.
Too low, terrain. 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 Too low, terrain.
300.
Just gotta push stuff there a little bit. Step back. Got the power here a little bit. Alright.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Rudders. Gotta buy rudders. $75. Alright. Brakes from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles. The local time is 8:36 a.m. and it's currently about 57 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
Alright guys, clean up flaps. And the gears are out of whack here, as you can see. Gate. Oh, look at this guy. What the? That is some stuff you would see in my country. They will do that to you. Nah, just kidding. It's not true. Let's take this slot right over here coming up. Looks good. Where's this car parked? This guy's parked right on the thing here. Oh, that's a shame.
What is this place?
Reports. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress runways 24 and 25. North is 2 airmen. ATX system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read Michael runway hold short instructions. Call for push onto all active taxiways. Advise on initial contact. You have information Zulu. Los Angeles International Airport 8 is information Zulu 0553 Zulu. Wind 140 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 18. 2.2. Altimeter 3010. Simultaneous ILS approaches in progress runways 24 right and 25 left. or vector for visual approach will be provided. Simultaneous visual approaches to all runways are in progress. Parallel approaches in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne.
Los Angeles ground, Pacific Airways 6688. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft? Pacific Airways 6688. The jetway is going to be connected.